Nothing hurts more than realizing the man that you love and you trust has been unfaithful. It leaves you questioning absolutely everything. Why would he cheat if he loves me? The truth is, cheating isn't always about love or attraction. It's about like deeper emotional struggles, unmet needs, or personal insecurities even. So today I want to explore four core reasons that I find why married men cheat on the women that they really love, and they really love it. And understanding these reasons isn't about like excusing any of their behaviors at all, but it's about empowering yourself with knowledge. So let's get into this. The first point that I want to bring up is emotional disconnection. Men need emotional intimacy just as much as women do, but they often struggle to express it. So when emotional needs go unmet in a marriage, whether it's, feeling unappreciated, disconnected, or misunderstood, some men seek that emotional validation somewhere else. It's not that they don't love their wives anymore, it's that they feel emotionally distant and don't know how to bridge that gap. And then if on top of it, more often than not, like it's just this nagging and like, always this criticism, like it just creates more disconnection. So what you can do about this is like open up the lines of communication, regular check-ins about how you both feel in the relationship. And that can really prevent this emotional distance. Encourage him to share his feelings and do the same in return without judging or defensiveness, because if he shares something and then you take it out against him, then like that becomes a huge problem because he's not going to open up to you anymore. And I understand that many women always have this narrative is like, oh, he's just not very talkative. He doesn't want to talk about his feelings. In many ways, that's also like, have the two of you created the space for him to actually open up? Because if I feel like I need to talk to my woman, she comes at me with this like very almost like aggressive energy, but it's like, we need to talk about this right now. Like, why don't you never open up? And she's basically attacking me. I don't want to open up. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel like we're going anywhere with this. So me as a man, I'm just going to shut down. And that's what many men experience.
Ladies, stop chasing men. Even when he pulls back or loses interest, or you feel like he's slipping away from you, what you do in that moment can make all the difference between him feeling like you're just like all the other women he's ever met, or it can make him realize and feel you're so unique and special, and exactly the type of woman he wants something real with. Something he wants to build with, causing him to chase you, to invest in you, and prove to you that he is the right man for you. You know, there's this 12-word text message that you can send to a man that gets his attention almost immediately and makes him realize that it was a mistake to pull away from you in the first place. If you want to find out what that 12-word text message is, then I highly recommend you check out this brand new video that I created for you. I linked it in the description below. Just click the link, and now let's go back to the video.
A second reason why a lot of men end up cheating, it's this need for validation and like an ego boost. Even confident men can struggle with insecurities, right? Over time, the excitement of being admired in the new relationship fades, and they might crave the thrill of someone new finding them attractive. For some, cheating becomes like a misguided way to prove that they've still got it. So, what do you want to do about this? Well, it's not your responsibility to manage his insecurities, of course not. Maintaining mutual appreciation can really help. Compliment him, acknowledge his efforts, see him, appreciate him, keep the spark alive, but also recognize that his self-worth shouldn't depend on this external validation. So it's a fine line, but you can definitely do a lot. And there's something that I identified, which is the Superman gene. I don't want to go too much into detail. If you want to hear more about this, I'm just going to link something below where you can read so much more about this. That's like an absolute game changer. If women understand the Superman gene that every man has and how to use it and how to redirect it into the relationship. The third point is opportunity and the lack of boundaries. Sometimes is as simple as, and very painful actually, as an opportunity. If a man hasn't clearly defined his boundaries or doesn't actually protect the relationship, temptations can creep in, and they can creep in so quickly. This often happens in work environments or social situations where the lines become a little bit more blurry. So Boundaries should be mutual agreed upon, So discuss what feels comfortable and what doesn't in terms of interactions with others. Transparency and this mutual respect for those boundaries is absolutely essential. And if that's missing, these opportunities that might present themselves, now all of a sudden the temptation becomes too big. And the fourth reason is escapism from these personal or relationship problems. Some men cheat just to escape, not from their wives, but from their problems, from their own problems, from the stress and the dissatisfaction that they have with life, or unresolved personal issues. That all of this can really lead them to seek distraction in an affair. Someone who gives them this validation so they don't really have to think about this. It's a way of avoiding their problems instead of actually confronting them. So if your partner seems overwhelmed or checked out, encourage healthy ways to cope with stress. Maybe therapy, personal development, sports is usually very, very good, or even couples counseling if that's something you want to explore. But be proactive and find a proactive way to handle these struggles without damaging the relationship even more. So, yeah, cheating is a betrayal, and no matter the reason, it's never a good excuse for it. But understanding why it happens can offer more clarity how to move forward, whether that means healing together, choosing to walk away, or anything in between. It really is important to remember his choices are not a reflection of your self-worth and not a reflection of you. You deserve honesty, you deserve respect, and you deserve loyalty, and whatever is in alignment with that relationship container and the principles and values that you would like to integrate into your romantic partnership, that's really what you need to base this whole decision on. If you want to move forward with this, if there's a way through this, how to prevent this. And with that, you really define, as I mentioned as well, the boundaries. And so potential opportunities might not necessarily even come this way, because there's so much more clarity, there's so much more communication, there's so much more understanding, there's so much more appreciation, there's clear boundaries, and there's a deeper understanding of each other. So with all that said, another video of our channel. So please, if you liked it, thumbs up, write some comments. What are your thoughts about these 4 topics that I just mentioned, these 4 reasons? Are they explainable? Do they make sense? Maybe there's something else that you're like, hey, I have a couple questions about this. Drop it in the comments. I'll go through this. I'll try to respond to all of them as they go. And another video is coming up very soon. We have 4 coming out every week.